Welcome in. How's it going, everyone? Happy Friday. Start today, but see what we can do. Lunch is about to start. Got my first offer coming in. Considering taking a package route on Uber. It's for Walmart. It's only 9 drop-offs. See how it goes first. It's still there. I don't know if they'll up the price of it. Cocoa bubble tea is the hot spot. $15 for 7. Take that. Not quite there yet. Let's see if that package road is still there. Looks like it is. It's for $12.30. I don't know if they would raise it or not, but I don't know how that works if no one takes it. Right, so I got a $15 DoorDash. It's 5 items, a couple drinks, 3 breakfast items. Brunch. It's a brunch place. It's 12 o'clock, so take that to get the day started. Skip for now. Trying to send me some Uber deliveries at the same time. Mileage tracker. Turn off Uber. Should update it. Update. I'll leave you guys in the car. Never know, it might be ready. Stores is pick up by 12:10, so it's a bit early. Only thing here, parking. Always marked order still being prepared. That way you don't get dinged for being late. spots.
We do not have any break. No, that's not true. We do not have any relevant break.
Spot right in front. Awesome. Welcome in. Good. Hit the like or double tap the screen. Appreciate it. Trying to get to 400 subs. Less than 20 away. Remove the opportunity on Uber for the shop or. Alright, so the order was ready. It has 2 drinks. We're gonna go 9 kilometers, 12-minute drive. It wasn't very busy in there. Come on, let's go. People start backing up without looking and they stop. Hey Norma, how's it going? Welcome in. Thanks for joining me. I just picked up my first order today. It's 12:07, so it's a little bit late. Wasn't really feeling good this morning, so I didn't want to get up too early. Hopefully I feel better later. I do actually feel better, but a little bit of a cold. Actually coming out in the fresh air makes me feel better already. kilometers. Picked up at a brunch place. They had 2 drinks and 3 looks like breakfast items. My phone doesn't get too hot. It's been overheated a few times. I don't have anything else running on it, so hopefully that helps. There was a package delivery for Uber, but no one accepted it. So I don't know if they're gonna resend it out or maybe. Let's actually turn Uber on just in case. Closer to the drop off, I'll probably turn that back on. It wasn't the best anyways. It was like 9 packages for 28, and it isn't the closest Walmart. It's a little bit further, probably like a 10-minute drive. I got a Walmart close over here. Presley, welcome in. Just picked up the first order of the day. Had a bit of a late start. Wasn't feeling very good this morning. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse. Just stuffed up nose. Hopefully fresh air makes me feel better. It's order is a DoorDash, $15 going. It goes like 8 kilometers. Get my day started. For an order, it didn't seem like it was that big. It was only 3 items and then 2 drinks. I didn't say, I guess it's less than, probably about $50 worth of food. It's a little bit of a drive south, so I'll be kind of close to some restaurants, but not exactly, there's no like Walmart or anything down here. It's just the one that's where I was, where I picked up from. I don't know if they'll send that package route out again. Might be too far now. If that order or that package route was over $40, it probably would have been taken. It was still there at 12, and that was when you had to be online. For 28. $28, 9 packages. It was probably like over 30 kilometers. It probably wasn't the best. I want to try one of them though. I only see them on Uber. I don't know if DoorDash sometimes sends them out. In Spark, I barely ever see anything like that. Nice day out so far. Plus 10 it says on my dash. Last time I came this way, there was a train. Doesn't look like there's one today. Pretty much on the edge of the city right now. Go any further south, you'll be going into another area, Okotoks, DeWitt. Right, there's a track crossing. No train today. Very new areas, lots of show homes still up. Still right here. Looks like a school or something. Some trees might be there all day. Yeah, it seems like it. See downtown from here pretty clear. Straight ahead on the right. This must be a school or a condo. I don't know. It's a metal framing. Not sure what else it could be. Probably a school. A little further before you have to turn back. Mustang Mach. Saw a local car dealer, Ford dealerships, has up to $30,000 off them. I don't know why, what's going on, that they had such a big rebate. Not selling, I guess. 60 something $1,000 vehicle down to 35 or something. Exact price. But gotta always plug it in. Alright, it's this on at the end of this road. Make a U-turn. Why you stop? It's just on the other side here. So do a UE. Duplex here has like artificial grass. See how green it is? Yes. Be right back. Doorbell. It's not 9 p.m. I guess. went up 50 cents. Went from $15 to 50 or 15.50. Alright, let's see. DoorDash likes hiding like ridiculous amounts. 50 cents. Why bother? DoorDash. Up. Other restaurants. Just give me a be back. Sorry about that. $12 save on food. I don't know. Far. My DoorDash shift ends at 12:30. Won't let me extend it yet. $34. All right, so they're sending out those package deliveries now, but it's way more packages than it originally was. For 16 packages for 34, so they're like combining them. Better off taking it when it was 9 items. So they add like eight more packages or 7 more packages for like $6 more. I don't know if you can see downtown or not. Right there. See the buildings. It's quite a ways away though. It's crazy they can do that. It was already not that great to begin with only nine packages. Add a bunch more for only a few dollars extra. Let's see if we can get something else. Good start. Half hour worth of work, $15.50. Less than half hour actually. Maybe like 20 some odd minutes. Pull in here. There's a few restaurants, Sobeys, Shoppers, Drug Mart, Subway, pizza place, Dairy Queen. DoorDash should extend my shift. Have to dash along the way. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this dash. Dash till 1 o'clock. Send me anything. No, I took that package delivery for Uber. Yeah, Alex, how's it going? Hola. What's going on? I was planning to get up early to do some Spark, and ended up not going out till like 11:30. King's cleaning house. Are they? I thought they were gonna add. Don't they want Kadri from Calgary? I think he's kind of pissed because where are you going, guy? Can't see me in front of you. This isn't a good spot. The sun's like right in the. Might be better. You think so? Why don't they want to make a run for it? I haven't heard much today. The last big trade was last night, I think. $12 for 5. Well, that's that same one. I was at 5 kilometers. Chaparral. 15 items, so. Draft picks. They got rid of Perry and Fogle. Oh, okay. Does that mean they don't want to make the playoffs? I don't even know what place they're in. Jeez, I don't want to cough. They're gonna trade Doughty or Kopitar. They're tanking. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they're third place. Aren't they in a playoff spot? They're ahead of the Kings. I mean, the Knights. $37. What the heck is this? 16. That's that same one. They added $3 to it. Why is it 16? Give me a sec. Should be back now. How's your orders been today? Been working hard? 6th place, is that 6th place in the playoffs, right? So the top 8 teams will make it. I mean, this division is horrible. I think Anaheim's in first. Kings and then the Knights are below them, I think, as far as I saw. I'm going to end the dash and restart it because this zone got busy all of a sudden. Until 1 o'clock. I'm at 32% AR. 72. Oh, 72. Maybe I was looking at the wrong standings. Yeah, I think that was 24 for some reason. Yeah, you're right. They're a ways out. I don't know what I was looking at. Must have been last year's standings. Hear that? It's a DoorDash order for $4.50. Probably all base pay because our base pay is $4. I'd rather sit here than do that order. They'll probably double it up with something. Trash order, no doubt about that. Well, I don't know. Apparently, they had a trade in place with Colorado, and I don't know if it was Colorado wanted us to retain on his salary, and I guess the owner said, nope, we're not doing that. We'd rather keep him. So Colorado grabbed another player, a worse, like not as good of a player from Toronto for a first round pick. So that's pretty much what we would have got. But he's a younger player, but he's more of a third liner, so I don't know. Because Kadri used to be in Colorado, so he probably really wants to go back because they have a chance to win. Doria, send me something better. We also have Coleman, so if they trade one of them or the other, if they don't trade either of them, then it's probably not very good because there's no point in keeping them. No opportunities on Uber Eats. Everybody usually does all their trades like the night before, and then the day of it's like so quiet. And you make all these shows, radio shows and sports shows, and it just nothing happening. Yeah, and then what happened? I think did we trade? I don't know if no, I think we signed them. I remember. No, we didn't trade. We signed them. Minutes away from that.
25 minutes away from the deadline day 2026. And still nothing from the claims and nothing in terms of any more info on the Braden Shen deal. That's the latest deal that we've seen it come down the pipe. Of course, that's Braden Shen from the St. Louis Blues, the captain of the St. Louis Blues, going to the New York Islanders. And what did you say the other deal was? Third on prospect from TSN's Darren Dreger? So, a big place to pay for a 34-year-old, and yet a 34-year-old steps in and probably in New York is, a really effective number 3 center. So, I kind of quite like that. I mean, yeah, and I like the depth that they bring in. You got a guy who's got 2 years left on his deal. We'll see if there's any salary retention involved there when it comes to Braden Shannon. But I quite like that acquisition from the New York Islanders. Right now, it's Paul Horvat, Cal Ritchie, J.J. Pajot, and Casey Suzuki. Might give you the opportunity to move Ritchie to the wing, which would be a nice set of depth as well, and slot Braden Shannon right in there as your number 2 center. Maybe Shannon as a winger, as he's been prone to play at different times in St. Louis.
Excuse me. Looks like they sold that car.
Pretty accurate. The Islanders do have to make a subsequent move here.
Yeah, looks like it's sold.
Either sending a player down, retention on the St. Louis side, or honestly moving out another player to make the salary work. So still something to watch for on that side for me.
And that is the latest deal to get done here on deadline day 2026. Right now,
Hey Kathy, what's going on? Oh, okay. Hi and bye. I hope so. I've done one order so far for $15. I actually went up to $15.50. So yeah, hope you have a good day as well. Thank you. This isn't the one I saw, but $16 discount. They had another one that was $30,000 discount. That's a 2025. The other one was a 26. This one comes with a mobile power cord. $45,000 for over a year-old car that's probably been sitting there. And they have a 26 right below it. I think it's the exact same comfort package, whatever. With a 5G modem for 48, down from 55. I don't know why one's 61 regular and one's 55 regular. It's the same model. It's crazy. They got a bunch of 25s. Oh, get a McDonald's order. Another. Well, that's that same $4.50 order. They sent it again. Is that Doug? Hey Doug, what's up? How you doing? I see you got your 400. Congrats. I guess I'll have to try for 500 now. I've only done one order so far. $15.50. It went up 50 cents. Crazy that they hide 50 cents from us. No, I'm not buying a new vehicle. I was just looking at it. DoorDash dumb games, yeah. I think that was the same order, $4.50. It looked like it was. It was the same McDonald's, and it was going around the same. Why would they send the same order for the same 450? Oh, hey, Paul. Sorry I didn't see you. How's it going? Did I say Doug? I guess that's Paul. Sorry. I just saw the pink. He's probably still alive. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he went back live again. Probably saw I was live. Finish your work for the week? I don't know why his live doesn't have chat. Might have to send him a message. Maybe he doesn't want the chat to be on. I think he ended it. Did he? But it still shows him live. I don't know what's going on.
I don't mind this car.
Get another DoorDash offer. It's not very good though. It was only 4 items.
Okay, I am done getting phone calls now. Okay, I am done getting phone calls now. Oh my god. What the heck? Oh, we reached 400
He has
subs, so
no
that's
chats available, I guess.
a little bit for me. Oh, I have to.
Okay. Wait for another order, another offer. Congratulations, man. You beat me this time. Don't think I'm gonna get to that today. By the way, your chat's not on the live. I don't know if you'll see it, but it's live right now. I think he's live. What's up, Alex?
You guys will burn
Dead out here. I almost probably should have took that shop order. It was only 7 items, but it was only $10. But I have to drive like nine kilometers. Rather take something going out there. Hey Dax, how's it going? Welcome in.
for a little bit at least.
Thanks for all the likes, guys.
Yeah, if anyone's sticking around for a minute, we just chat. I feel like it's fucking missing.
It is missing, Doug.
Usually there's like something there. To work for me. I think my phone calls. I don't know if that makes any sense, but as soon as I fired up the stream, I got 2 phone calls back to back. I feel like chat isn't worth it. Not really a lot.
How's it going, Dax? You're having a good day. Happy Friday.
He ended it. We're still on. I don't know if you saw my comment. Doing something pretty special tonight. First time that we put it. Oh, nice. Everything's going good for your family. Yeah, it's pretty slow out here. I did 1 order so far and declined 3 more. So I probably should have took that shop order just to, have something to do. But it is what it is. It is tax season right now, so I'm not sure if that's why or not. Some people get rebates, some people don't. Wrappers, create content with it. Oh, okay. Are you out on the road or you're home right now?
We get that tweet from Elliot Friedman that says, Flames have done this and Flames have sent player A or B to somewhere else. The other name, of course, is Blake Coleman. And honestly, if we don't hear news that Coleman has been traded, I will remain, like, I will not change my tune. I said going in that I would be stunned if Blake Coleman wasn't dealt before the deadline, and I will remain stunned if after 1 o'clock Blake Coleman is still a member of the Calgary Flames, and yet, obviously,
Flying tomorrow.
that could happen because we are 10 minutes from the deadline.
Yeah, that's one that, I don't know, still to me feels like a very doable trade for the Flames and for another team. I mean, just given how much is out there right now, I just, some of the mid-range players that he's kind of seen moved.
Corey Perry got a second-round pick.
Like that's, where I'm coming from.
Corey Perry.
Obviously, I think Coleman's got more.
Oh, you're back. How's it going?
Corey Perry does, but I guess
Yeah, Doug or Paul, I already did. I sent him a message. I think he noticed it wasn't working, but I don't know if he's gonna reset it.
Close to what the asking price was reported to be, but
Thank you, Dax. Sorry, I already have Presley's in there. He was in earlier, so. But thanks for reminding everyone. Trying to catch up to Doug. He's at 400. He got 400 today. I'm at 382.
You're going to get more now.
We both the same day. We both got to 300. So it's been kind of like a race to see if we get there.
Is a pretty significant thing. And if you could get,
Mind you, I had a head start on him, and then I didn't do anything for 6 months, so he caught up to me.
But again, you're the Flames. You're going to be asking a pretty high price for this player, as you should. It's just like this still does feel like
He's probably, I think he was driving, so he'll probably check it when he stops.
Still in a good age spot for Blake Coleman. He's still extremely productive. We know the Flames, were careful with him before the Olympic break in terms of injury. Now he's back, he's been healthy and ready to go. For all these teams that are going to the playoffs, they're starting to step up and trying to make a move. I still think Coleman's an
I think I'm gonna move away from here. There's another guy sitting here. He's a delivery driver as well.
A move really on the forward side of things yet.
He's looking at me. He's like, oh, you got an order? He's leaving.
Been finished with Nick Delorier or not, but
Yeah, he looks like a delivery driver.
I'm with you.
Parked right next to me, so keyed for orders. Who knows? He might only be an Uber driver.
One of the more recent deals was San Jose acquiring Timothy Liljegren. Washington acquiring Timothy Liljegren from the San Jose Sharks, and so that one's kind of interesting.
Not on Washington before.
You'll remember him and Rasmus Sandin were both prospects in the Maple Leafs organization, but yeah, I believe one of his stops was in Washington.
Sub 2 times.
So back to Washington. He goes.
That's why he got to 400 so quick.
So no one.
Well, I'm just kidding. It's all good.
To Washington now, where he is reunited with Rasmus Sandin, both were Maple Leafs prospects.
I don't know what's going on. He said he got a phone call when he went live, so he probably forgot about the chat. Or I don't know what happened. Maybe he just hit it by accident.
This is not the year for you to be buying. This is still a year for Mike Kerr, I think, to be pragmatic and to say, okay, we need to make deals that are good for the long term still. Yes, we are way closer to the playoffs than we thought we would be. And yes, Macklin Celebrini has turned into a one-man wrecking crew. And is almost
yeah, he's still live, so there's no chat still. Not sure what happened. He has 3 likes.
If you're going to get a good return for one of your players, if you're going to get a good
I could
return
message him
for
on Discord. I sent him a quick message.
Oh my, Corey's messaging me now.
Did you hear that?
Corey, we just verified it. You just verified it. Okay, I guess I'm going to close down the stream.
Paul, he's gonna refire it up, but you know.
My chat over here. I didn't keep it saved. I don't think. Unless I did on accident. I guess we'll find out. Sorry, folks.
No, we're competing for viewers. blowing my nose. Yeah, he's gonna fire up the live again. Yeah, he's just waiting to verify that it was what it was. So he saw that I messaged him and his wife messaged him. I didn't know his wife went into his lives. So he said he's gonna refire it up. But yeah. To get the notification. Oh yeah? Yeah, I got 2 phones as well. I got my live going up there, and then I got my phone I have Skip and DoorDash on. Yeah, I wish I took that package thing earlier just to try it. It was only $28, but still, I probably would have been halfway done it. I don't think it would have took more than an hour. What kind of let me check. They tried sending it out again, but it was 16 opportunities. Yeah, there's nothing there. For some reason, I had my shops turned off too. Maybe that's why I couldn't do that quest that they gave me. Like I had 5 shops and then stopped getting the shop orders. I never turned it off, so I don't know what happened. Better double check that, see if it's still menu, account. How do you do that? Work hub. Hide. No, my wife's not home, or she's at home. So I got packages, no alcohol, because of I don't have the what's that called? Doesn't matter on DoorDash. They send me alcohol orders anyways. Is it Work Hub? I don't know, it's not showing Work Hub. That's weird. Oh yeah, shop and deliver. So I must be on. Unlock more with the plus card. Turn on or off. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, I do get more orders with the shops. Like, I was wondering why I wasn't getting any shop orders. I didn't think to look. And I checked this morning. There's a notification saying turn on shops to get more orders. So what? Isn't it not on? I haven't really been doing Uber Eats a lot lately. Michael's. $11 for 4 items. Too far, like 14 kilometers. Do you guys have kilometers, Paul? I think the US is the only one that uses miles. What's this? Oh, it's Premiere. Awesome. Let's see this. do the comments. Excuse me. I think I should have muted that. Oh, you use Miles? Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry, I felt another sneeze coming on, so I had it muted.
And I'm going off of
So, right, hopefully there's no more of those. Are you kidding me? My dash ended. Yeah, I guess I'm dashing along the way again. Usually as soon as I do this, they $14. No, not for 55 items. Car.
This may sound tragic, and maybe it is, but we'll just have to tell that story at some other time. Anyway, lately, there's been a lot of talk, or let's say insinuations, about death within the clergy, and little Cardi doesn't like that one bit. Any notion of his time ending, or someone passing away has been a trigger for him. His mind is searching for ways to circumvent an untimely ending of his time on earth. You see, Cardi feels that since he is not only young, well, sort of, and able enough to carry on as the focal point of Ghost at least.
Yeah, let's see.
be as high as it was compared to, maybe what it might have been otherwise if there was, for instance, 5 years left on the deal, like there was for Mackenzie Weegar. So Justin Falk and Braden Shen have both been traded by St. Louis to Detroit and the New York Islanders, respectively. Bobby McMahon has been traded by Toronto to Seattle. Those are some of the moves, and two of those are trickling in after the 1 p.m. deadline here, and we wait to see on the Flames front if anything trickles in that regard, and we're kind of just waiting on high alert in that regard. Look, if the Flames do not trade Nazem Kadri, despite the narrative out there, despite the reporting that's out there, all of that, about how upset he may or may not be if that doesn't happen, you and I have talked ad nauseum about how they might have more options to move him. Oh, there's a deal. That involves the Flames. I wonder what else is happening there. Elliot Friedman says Ryan Strome has been acquired by the Flames in exchange for we don't know what. So Ryan Strome going from Anaheim here to Calgary, but I wonder what else.
Something else happening.
I wonder what else is happening in that regard, because otherwise that seems a little strange to me.
Ryan Strome of the Ducks,
32 years old.
right shot center, $5 million remaining this year and next year on Ryan Strome.
So what else is involved there?
9 points in 33 games this year for the former 5th overall pick from the Islanders back in 2011.
And he's made a pretty good career for himself in Anaheim, but what does this end up looking like, and what else is involved there when it comes to the Ducks and Flames?
That feels weird, doesn't it?
What'd you say is left on his contract? One more year?
This year and next year.
So one more year on the deal.
No trade protection. So you don't have to worry about that. He's an assistant captain in Anaheim. Right shot center. You think that means Kadri goes?
Could it be
Bring in some
Kadri?
center depth?
Could it be Coleman? I mean, either guy would be a good fit in Anaheim. I just don't know what that deal ends up looking like. So Strome is a first piece. And I mean, maybe we're talking about just Strome being the acquisition and the target by the Flames, but that would be counterintuitive if we're talking about them giving up assets or picks for a 32-year-old. So
Ducks don't need cap space.
No. So
even after getting Carlson, they still didn't need cap space.
So what does this? What else is involved? If you're just joining us and saying, what the F are these guys talking about? Elliot Fried reporting that Ryan Strome has been acquired by the Flames from the Anaheim Ducks. We're talking about a guy who is approaching 900 NHL games. He's 32 years old and will be 33 this summer.
It's a 7th-round pick in 2027, according to Darren Dreger.
Oh, okay.
That the Flames give up to get Ryan Strome.
So they are just acquiring the player then. There's nothing more that goes in there. Yeah, there's Frank Saravalli as well. Strome to Calgary for a 2027 7th-round pick, and that is, and who knows if that's the only thing the Flames do or not, but that one in a vacuum does seem a little bit interesting. Yeah, is that just the beginning of something? So
I'll say it feels strange to do that if you haven't moved Kadri.
If it's just in a vacuum, it seems like a really
I can understand
they
if you
need
move
right shot
Kadri.
centers, all that type of stuff.
I can understand if you move Kadri, looking at your center depth and going, it's tight.
By the
It's
way,
really tight.
Frank Saravalli says the Rangers did not move Vinny Trocheck, so he will remain in New York after the trade deadline. If you're not moving one of your centers, if you're not moving Kadri, Frost, or Backlund, the acquisition of Strome in a bubble seems strange. That being said,
You haven't heard anything.
we haven't heard anything else, and there could still be lots that happens here over the next number of minutes. But that's kind of what we're talking about right now, a 7th-round pick from
Kadri's going to
Calgary
Montreal,
to
maybe.
Anaheim for Ryan Strome. And look, I mean, 7th-round pick is what it is. I don't think you're going to be upset, not upset on that front. I mean, could it be a
reclamation project?
And as Wilsey texted me, could that be a cap floor conversation for next year because of that money that is on the deal? So, yeah, that vacuum.
in a vacuum.
Very strange in a
Could I
vacuum.
sell you, and Willsy, you're in the room too. Could I sell you on a guy for a 7th round pick that you try to move at next year's deadline?
Yeah, I guess.
Who gets some more playing time in Calgary in a vacuum? I'm trying to make sense of something that doesn't make a lot of sense.
I don't really have an opinion. Right now, Johnny Beecher is your 4th line center. I mean, I guess Strom could fit in there, but it does feel like that's a move
Too
that,
warm here. I'm gonna have to move.
has more to it than just a
100% it can.
just a Strom for a 7th rounder. Seems a little strange. It's a 2027 7th rounder, by the way, from Calgary to Anaheim. So, yeah, I'm that's a, again, I don't dislike it. It's just a bit of a head scratcher in a vacuum, and so you wonder if there's anything more coming here from the Flames.
Because honestly, you could convince me, guys, that, you know, Craig Conner in the management group says, look, moving out Kadri, if that's something that does happen, you're really thin down the middle.
And he is a right shot center.
Exactly.
That is one thing they just simply do not have.
And if it costs you a 7th round pick to sort of fill in the gap, and you know, for a guy that's a proven NHLer, a former assistant captain in Anaheim, so it's not so brutal down the middle. I don't hate that, but I don't know if that's true.
I mean, right now, without anything else
right.
being done or without anything else being reported, then that might be the only way that it makes a ton of sense. I mean, again, I don't think it's a deal that gets to be done. It's a terrible move. It's just, it's in a bubble. You're like, okay, that is a slight head scratcher to see Strom come to Calgary for a 7th rounder. Again, maybe an opportunity to see if you can jog something out of them. Maybe that's something that they feel like.
Who's that? Is that Sam? Welcome in. Yeah, we're just sitting there waiting for orders, listening to the radio. Paid $15 in a while. I had a shop order, but should have took it. That does it? I don't know, I've never been down there. I feel another sneeze coming on. Oh.
To the New York Islanders, 1st round pick, 3rd round pick, Jonathan Drouin, and a goaltending prospect is the deal that gets made between New York and St. Louis. So that's the final cost there.
I can restart my dash in this zone, finally.
I don't hate that.
Hopefully.
it is a bit of a surprise for the Islanders to take such a big price to pay. But I guess they feel they've got as good a chance as they can. Matthew Schaefer has pretty easily comes in and changed the outlook for
You ate
that
Malaysian
team.
food? How was it?
It sounds like
I don't think I've ever had that.
First round pick that they got, which would have been the trade Brock Nelson last year. So
We're
that
gonna
makes a little
move.
more sense. The Islanders will still have their own first. They have an extra one to play with,
Out
right?
of here. Got
that, in a sense, makes a
Church's
little bit,
chicken and the Chinese
more
food.
for the Blues.
So now 1:17, and still just a one move from Calgary, reported by Elliot Friedman and reported by Frank Saravalli. Ryan Strome going from the Anaheim Ducks to Calgary for a 2027 7th-round pick. And is that the only deal the Flames end up making today, or is there more still to come? Anaheim has been a team that has been a pleasant surprise this year. They're fighting for the division lead. They just acquired John Carlson late last night from the Washington Capitals, which is only going to make them that much more dangerous. And so, they probably look at it, and a guy in Strome has played 33 games this year, just 9 points in 33 games after, a pretty good run in Anaheim where he was pretty much half point per game for 3 straight years ago. That's a player that they felt that they could move out. But
Papa John's here, and a couple other
we still wait on a
places.
Blake Coleman verdict. We still wait on a Nazem Kadri verdict. What about Braden Hall? What about Joel Hanley? Are there any depth moves the Flames make between now? Well, deadline is passed, but between now and getting the word from somebody, whether I get a text back or somebody else gets a text back, that the Flames are done.
Pretty average in the face-off, dog. I'm on ice has dropped big time this year. For Strome, was averaging anywhere from 15 to 17 minutes for the Ducks. This year down to 12 minutes and 10 seconds average time on ice. So we'll see what happens here before this is all said and done in terms of the Flames and Ryan Strome.
Justin Falk to Detroit for a first and a third is what we've heard.
Hey Kevin, what's going on?
Yeah, that is something that
Thanks for stopping in.
we are.
It's been a pretty slow day so far.
We have heard that it was going to be a first-round pick the Maple Leafs were looking for Bobby McMahon. They end up getting a second and a fourth in that deal. So Bobby McMahon goes from Toronto to Seattle. Yeah, and now it's just kind of hurry up and wait time when it comes to if the Flames do make any other deals. Again, haven't heard yet that the Flames haven't done anything. Dave Pagnotta says Blake Coleman and Ryan Lomberg are staying in Calgary. So the Flames did not get their price for Blake Coleman and did not get their price for Ryan Lomberg for Dave Pagnotta over at the fourth period.
Interesting.
Lomberg not surprised on. Coleman very surprised. Yeah, quite surprised. And now we wait on a Nazem Kadri verdict as to whether or not that ends up being a deal that gets made today or not. And I don't know. I mean, right now, Strome is the only deal they've made. Again, we're hearing that Blake Coleman, that we've heard of, exactly. Right now, we're hearing that Blake Coleman not being traded. We're also hearing that Ryan Lomberg, who I'm not surprised at. I mean, again, if you aren't going to be getting some sort of crazy return on Ryan Lomberg, it makes sense to not trade him, especially for a guy who wants to stay, right? I mean, whether it be his chat with Wilsey, Adams on the road in Anaheim after the shootout loss, or whether it be the article that Eric Francis published last week. I mean, Ryan Lomberg made it very clear that this is where he'd like to be this season, where he'd like to be for the rest of his career. And so if you aren't getting a really good return for him, then you can kind of understand that they don't end up moving.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, good leader, good culture guy, a guy that wants to be in Calgary. If it was a 7th round pick kind of thing, I would just as soon keep a Ryan Lomberg. But we'll see if that's actually what happens. And the Coleman one for me if that winds up being the case, that's a big stunner today.
It felt like this was the best time to move Coleman, and if they weren't getting there, look, and I do think Coleman is a guy that, and the Flames have been very adamant that Coleman is a guy that ends up, being a big part of this team's transition phase from now until the end of next season. Like, you'll understand that, but I did feel like you were never going to get better value on Coleman than right now. Again, I'm not out there making the trades. I'm not on the trade calls, and I do believe the Flames are looking for a first-round pick when it came to Blake.
Hey, Eric, what's going on?
That,
Very slow here today.
How's
your day been?
And don't know exactly what those deals look like, but it sure did feel like Coleman being dealt was something that could very, very realistically happen for the price they were looking for. And so the fact it doesn't is, I think, going to be pretty disappointing for a lot of Flames.
Yeah, I mean, even going back to talking about Rasmus Anderson, we got told that it was Blake Coleman that was getting more interest than Rasmus Anderson even at the time. And given the pretty palatable cap number, given the fact there's not a ton of term left on that for Blake Coleman, to not see a contender step up and make that deal today is a little bit stunning to me.
The over-under, by the way, if you set it at 2.5, the Flames are currently under. If you set it, and this includes Uyghur, of course, and if you set it at 1.5, it's currently over. The Uyghur trade and the Ryan
Change our name.
Over 2.5. 1.5 will keep you under 2.5, depending.
So you got rid of the gig life, eh? Keeping. Wasn't it that before? I think it was, wasn't it? It was something like that before.
And you even suggested Nikita Ohochuk and Ryan Strome. Two guys.
The two names that I threw out were Ohochuk and Ryan Strome.
We're going to take a break. Here's the latest that we're hearing right now. And just joining us, the Flames have acquired, according to Elliot Friedman, Ryan Strome, 32-year-old Red Sox center from the Anaheim Ducks, in exchange for a 7th-round pick in 2027. That's the one deal the Flames have made. And according to Dave Pagnotta, so far the only guy reporting that Blake Coleman and Ryan Lomberg have not been traded. We'll see if anything else comes out news-wise during the break. We'll continue along with our trade deadline coverage here at the Dome, brought to you by All Kind Doors. Visit allkinddoorservice.com. Doors that work, people you trust, more on deadline day. And we'll see what other news we have when we come back. It's Steinberg and Morgan from the Dome, here on Sportsnet 960 The Fan. Sportsnet 960 The Fan. Calgary traffic update. From the 660 News Radio Traffic Center,
Yeah, that's a long name now. It's like, that's why I put spaces on mine, like underscores. Lunch is over, but there's no like shop orders or anything. Excuse me. I don't know if I should do this. Shaughnessy. I don't want to go way out there.
Knowledge, resources, mentoring, or time is the game. Find out more at internationalwomen'sday.com. A special message from Uncle Mo's Donaires and Falafels, Edmonton Trail and Trans-Canada Centre. Proudly serving Calgary since 1983. Visit unclemo'sdonaires.ca. I want some Mo. Now that both steps is back, the schools at Volkswagen have been very busy. Volkswagen, how can I help? 1.99% financing for up to 36 months on the 17 Atlas affordable house and more? You can't be serious. We are. And don't make any payments for 90 days. 90 days? That's a lot of days.
is only on until March 31st at your local Volkswagen dealer.
March 31st? I gotta go!
Don't miss our biggest deals of the season at Volksfest. Conditions apply.
Quick stop. At Calgary Co-op, we promise more of what you need and less of what you don't. That means more fresh picks, less picked over. More touchless car washes and fill-ups, less thing on your to-do list. More everyday deals, less everyday stress. And when you visit, ask about becoming a Calgary Co-op member for more benefits, more member earnings, and more app-exclusive savings. Calgary Co-op, where members get more.
It's Subway's Lush, not luck. Where's the win every day of the week? What's the win? Take it away, Kyle.
Subway's meal of the day, only $7.99. A 6-inch sub, a drinking chips with 2 cookies. Enjoy a different sub every day, like veggie delight on Monday, cold cut combo on Wednesday, or even sweet onion chicken teriyaki on Sunday.
That's right. 7 days, 7 meals, $7.99 each. Subway's meal of the day. Winning isn't luck, it's lunch.
Price and participation may vary. Extra bottled beverages may be used for delivery edition.
This year, skip the airport lines and chill downtown instead. Book a vacation that blends boutique hotels, unforgettable restaurants, and spa time that melts the cold. Play tourists with no travel required. Choose from a world-class menu of events and activities, as well as arts and entertainment gems. And when the sun sets, enjoy nightlife that keeps the city glowing long after dark. It's pure downtown fun in the heart of where you live. Visit exploredowntownyyc.com to plan your next adventure.
Winter is here, but your payments don't have to be. The Heating Ninja can upgrade your home comfort with no payments until 2027, or choose low monthly options that fit your budget. Our care plans include 10 years partial waiver, covering everything from furnaces and AC, heat pumps, humidifiers, garage heaters, whole home ventilation, and more. Book your free estimate today at theheatingninja.com. The Heating Ninja, mastering comfort with precision.
And all kind door services, we keep Calgary's businesses moving 24 hours a day. From commercial overhead doors to pedestrian entry.
Hey Lala, how's it going?
We service it. And right now, we're
Welcome in.
If you're an experienced overhead or pedestrian door technician and you're ready to work hard with a Canadian family-run
Been a
company,
fairly slow day
benefits, and
for me.
respect, we would
I
love
should have went out earlier,
to open
but
doors together.
it's usually what happens when I start later.
Hey, I've got some exciting news, Flames fans. It's
Should have went out at like 7 a.m. instead of 11. I wasn't feeling too good this morning, so I stayed home. Got a Papa John's right here. Wait and see if they send me anything. See when I start driving away, I get orders.
And it does make you wonder if there is still more to come around the league because, for instance, two Vancouver trades hit the insider wire about 20 seconds apart as both David Kampf and Lucas Reichel have been traded in the last little bit. Kampf goes from Vancouver to Washington. Lucas Reichel goes from Vancouver to Boston, and those both came in like in the last couple of minutes, so well over or around 30 minutes after the trade deadline hit. It does make you believe that, you know, as the trade queue continues to the trade queue continues to get worked
All right,
by
let's get on the move here.
registry, that there may still be some news that comes down from a Flames standpoint. Just the one move that has been reported so far, and that is Ryan acquired by the Flames in exchange for a 2027 7th round pick, which on the surface is a bit of a
great.
Former Maple Leafs both coming to the Pacific Division. You wonder what the price that Toronto gets back for Lawton.
$4.
They gave up a lot to get him from Philadelphia at last year's trade deadline.
Yep, that was a big move to get him, and so far we haven't seen any sort of commensurate value back. We're going to see as the Leafs go from buyers last year to big-time sellers this year.
And still, the one thing we have not gotten word on is whether or not Kadri has been traded or not. We heard that Lomberg was not traded, and we heard that Coleman was not traded. Dave Pagnotta is third rounder, by the way, is what the Kings gave up for Lawton. So that's a poor ROI for Brett. You're living in Toronto.
Believe how slow it is for Friday. We're gonna have to go out later.
And then flips him for a third rounder.
Hopefully,
Going to be something that I'm sure
some
these
orders.
fans will talk about. So,
23.
We're going to hear
All
from Ryan Strong
Costco.
chat right now with the Sportsnet panel, so we'll have that for you very shortly.
We go to Costco.
Spot lot in front.
Here's a superstore order.
Required for a first round pick.
$7.
Is what the Maple Leafs paid last year, and they come
That's
back
a
with a
liquor
third round
order.
pick this year, flipping it for one deadline later. So
Doing a liquor order for $7.
return on investment. Maybe the Toronto Maple Leafs. Anyway, as I was saying, you do wonder if maybe there is something still to pop on the Nazem Kadri front, because we haven't heard definitively one way or the other whether he's been traded or not.
Downtown in the distance.
I mean, can it just scour? And, in fact, I haven't heard back.
Get another DoorDash offer. This one's better, $10. You take it. I need to do something.
I wonder if we're still, well, I do know that we're still waiting for it, but I'm not word it's going to be. Yes,
All right,
it's
got
traded.
an order. $10.
It just is.
IYYC Berg.
Interesting next little bit here for the news cycle.
Interesting too is that some big club pointed out in Vancouver, Pat. They didn't move two of their UFAs, Teddy Bluger and Evander Kane, according to Frank. Have not been.
They did trade Comp, they did trade Reichel, but they don't trade everybody.
You have to turn Uber Eats off.
And they probably should have.
I mean, they still traded Kiefer Sherwood, Tyler Myers, Connor Garland, David Comp, Lucas Reichel, and Jeff Blue, plus Quinn Hughes. So, yeah,
Oh,
they did
Uber
okay.
Eats is gonna start sending me orders nonstop.
And they didn't get out Kane. I think they did a pretty good job of tearing it down in Vancouver.
Emily Kaplan says that the third round pick for Lawton will turn to a second if LA makes the playoffs.
If LA just if LA makes it.
It's traffic down here.
Still, as you said, ROI, not
I'm gonna take this weird route.
Three back in the playoffs right now. So Seattle's got the 67 points, and they've got the number 2 wild card spot. LA and Nashville are all 3 back right now. Utah's at it, Seattle's at it, LA has at it. I know that LA is a team that have been linked to Nazem Kadri as well. I can imagine with going out there and getting Scott Lawton that Kadri would not be a target that LA would bring in. So
Gold.
interesting for a couple of teams here today, Pat, who kind of rode the line between buying and selling, right? Washington, really need David Kahn. You moved out, Dowd, and Carlson. Why are you getting David Kahn on a day like today? And even LA, right? They lost Fiala, and, their playoff bid, so you're kind of iffy there. I guess maybe with Kopitar's last season, you're trying to, you moved Perry out to Tampa, which I get you have to do for a second round
Enough,
pick. You have
Uber.
to do that, even if he is. And then you go and buy and sell Lawton. Or it could be a second. So if it turns into a second, you traded
there's
Lawton
sense for Perry for Lawton.
but Perry's been usable for them. So I like in terms of where you're going with
LA needs center ice help, and that is definitely something that I can understand them going. I mean, right now
Turn your blinker off.
You got your center ice help, but I think you're weaker on the wings there.
Yep. So, we're just about to hear from Ryan Snow. He just finished.
Car just turned in front of him because he thought he was turning.
Ready for us in just a second time, and we'll hear from him if there is something that happens with the plane.
You have your
we do get news. We'll drop out of that and we'll bring that news to you. But yes, as of right now, still nothing on the Flames front. What's our ETA on getting Strom in there, guys? Pretty quick, or we?
Okay. So look at this from Sportsnet stats while we wait.
Yeah.
Captains Nick Foligno and Braden Chen traded today. This is the first time multiple NHL team captains have been dealt since 2014 when Callahan went for St. Louis. That was captain for captain. So
There's Shen going to the Islanders.
what it cost.
Minnesota would bring in Marcus Foligno's brother, and
You see it, it's the card,
he's going to have a reduced role in Minnesota compared to what his role was in Toronto, but that's kind of interesting.
Sorry for the
Give up much of anything to bring in Nick Foligno to unite with Minnesota Marcus, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's a pretty good move, all things considered, from Bill Guerin, who obviously felt like they were in a good position to do something before they went out and got Quinn Hughes. They lined up bringing in Foligno, bringing in Brink, and moving out paying Elizabeth Petrie from Florida. So they got Guerin as well. They've been busy. Yeah, really busy in Minnesota.
Kind of some fringe things there, but none of them are big time acquisitions. Brink's probably
the biggest one, right?
They went 1-for-1 and traded defenseman Juracek to Philadelphia for that one. So the Flyers bring in some help on defense, and the Wild hone in there on their forward ranks a little bit. So yeah, we are, I think there's been 10 deals that have trickled in after the trade deadline, with more to come, and still don't have a definitive word on whether or not the Flames are done or not. Just the gut says that there might still have to be something after the Strom deal, but you just never know. As we wait, again, we'll drop out of this if something happens. But Ryan Strom, the newest member of the Calgary Flames, acquired by the Flames from Anaheim for a 2027 7th-round pick, and he just finished with the panel. It is David Amber, Jennifer Botterill, Kevin Bieksa, and Luke Tasman on the panel right now. Let's hear from Ryan Strom.
We've got Ryan on the line with us, and we have Kevin Bieksa, your buddy from SoCal, wants to start things up.
Yeah, Stromer, I'm sure you're excited to go to Calgary. Had a brief stint in Edmonton for kind of a year and a half, but not playing in Canada. You're, Canadian. 900 games. Right? There's only a very lot of miles from that line, eh, bud? How do you feel? What are you going to bring for the Flames? I'm just excited. I think, I've got a lot of experience, a lot of highs and lows in my life. And, this year's been challenging being out of the lineup, and just excited to be in a place where I can play. Obviously, you mentioned 900 games, and as you get older, you want to play as long as you can. And I like to think of myself as a good teammate, and still got a lot of games.
I can turn in here. 152. What the hell? What's the gas so expensive?
Place, but this is the place you're going to play as long as you can. And this opportunity allows me that, and I'm really grateful for that opportunity, and looking forward to your challenge.
And Ryan, you handle everything like a true professional, but what's the balance for you right now in terms of the excitement level of returning to Canada? Well, you have a young family.
Student special.
Shortly as soon as we're done chatting, how would you describe the balance of emotion between that excitement and also figuring out that solution for the family fit?
I think for me and my family, my wife's been amazing. She's like, you gotta go play. You gotta do it. And she's seen the toll it's taken on this year being in and out of the lineup, kind of having a consistent role and being injured. We'll figure it out. I mean, she's a great mom. So
They have actually pretty good
for an opportunity.
smash burgers.
Last year they haven't seen any snow, and they're really gonna get a fast change here from where they're living down here. So we're looking forward to the opportunity. The NHL's a privilege, and when someone was asking me the other day where I think I could go, I said it really doesn't matter to me if you think. It's such a privilege to play in this league, and you want to do it for as long as you can, like I mentioned.
Just one drink,
Stromer,
probably
I
a
know you want to
milkshake.
win, but I also know you want to play, and kind of, I don't know call it a favor here. The last couple months haven't been
6
playing. You're going to a
items.
place where you're going to get to play a ton now. You must be crazy excited about that. Yeah, just looking forward to it. I mean,
Yeah, I'll be right back.
With an injury, which is tough, and then we had such a great start, and we've gotten so many forwards.
I don't know why they put those glasses in there. Order's been picked up.
Think that I can come in there and be an impact on the team in some way. And I'm excited to go
Leave it
prove
at
that
the
and
door.
show everyone that I got a lot of game left. And I work really hard. I try to, I'm trying to do that when I was just ready to
That
go.
way.
Excited for the last 21 games to play now.
And congrats on the fresh start. Before we let you go, any chance we're going to see you on Hockey Night in Canada tomorrow versus the Hurricanes?
There's a chance of that. I hate missing games, so I got to see how quick my wife can impact me on the road trip. I hate to admit that, but I'm definitely missing it back from games.
This is our second order.
Kevin knows people with private jets.
Not very good, but it's $10 going 5, just under 6 kilometers. I'll put me on 25.50 after this is done. Thanks for all the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Any new viewers that haven't subbed, trying to get to 400. I believe I'm 18 away.
Or I get a text back that says that the only deal that was done is the strong deal, and none of that has happened as of yet. And so we see. Wouldn't surprise me if there's still something that happens. And I guess the reason why
I'll let him put those drinks with the hot food.
we haven't heard anybody say the planes are done. We haven't heard anybody say the halves are done. I do believe there was some significant smoke between Calgary and Montreal before the 1 o'clock deadline, and because we're in that weird limbo land right now where anything could happen, and when anything could trickle through, because Craig Conroy hasn't spoken, a lot of the general managers are speaking right now. Just again, reading between lines and putting things together makes you wonder if maybe there is still something that might happen here. Whether it's Connery or somebody else, all that we've heard from Gabe Pagnotta is that Blake Coleman and Ryan Lawberg did not get traded today, right?
That's all we can say definitively right now.
2.8 kilometers, 4 minutes
It
away
hasn't happened, and
from the drop off.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to dislike Strongman. I mean, the guy's got a very, very good attitude. Absolutely could be.
Come on, Skip, really? You had to log me out. Hate that. I had to log back in.
I know the Oilers fans and Oilers media absolutely loved him. So definitely a guy that I've even heard him say that he's going to line up tomorrow against the Carolina Hurricanes, who play tonight against Vancouver.
double name, yeah.
Yeah, Oldie Mata is here. Took his first laps on Saddle on Ice today, wearing number 3. So, yeah, it just kind of feels like maybe we are kind of in that trade queue limbo right now. And until we get word things are not going to be doing anything, I kind of
Back on with Skip.
the wrong word, but I still hold out interest that maybe the Flames
Are paused.
still have something to announce between now and the deadline.
Yeah.
Or now and whatever the final.
Yeah, we don't have any
2 minutes away from the drop off.
It's kind of the best way to be.
The only reason we have to think it's shut is because it's 50 minutes past the deadline. Otherwise it's just waiting until definitively we find out that the door is or is not shut on another deal being made, right?
Yeah. That's interesting.
When they end up leaving Tiger, the Strom deal makes a whole lot more sense. In a vacuum, the Strom deal doesn't make as much sense, right?
No, we've been, Derek, the voice of the league, they're both sitting here with us, and we've kind of been batting it around, the three of us, as to, what could make sense in that. For the Strom deal, and in fairness, all of them, anyways, come to a conclusion that any of us can agree on that makes a lot of sense, so,
Got 9 minutes left in my dash, so I
heard
can't
with the sportsman guy,
not letting me
out
out.
of Yale, he's a really good guy, appreciates the opportunity to play some more, but for a calibrating team that really need a center unless somebody's been moved out, the money,
Excuse me.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna grow with football on a 7th round pick to bring somebody in, but at the same time,
Well, it's not a deal that like you can be like, oh, I hate that deal or I dislike that deal. It is kind of what it is. On a 7th round pick, it's just
Another one.
with all of what has been discussed, you just wonder if there might be more that gets done here between and the definitive word, right? And so that's why we continue, because it just feels like that deal would be so counterintuitive to what we're talking about, so counterintuitive to what the Flames are doing, and all the things that we've been hearing about what the Flames are aiming at doing. They already traded Mackenzie Weegar, and that was a very future-oriented deal. The Rasmus Anderson trade was a very future-oriented deal. This team is clearly
Almost to the drop off.
not making the playoffs.
Less than a minute.
Because not like they're happy. The team has clearly accepted their fate for this season and is
Eric, you're back.
working towards what needs to be done, and that is the bigger picture and being
Sneeze again.
and so on and
Feel
so
it.
forth. It just Spidey senses to the team would be the best way that I would put it. It just feels like there might still be something to come down the pipe. And
Turn around real
everything
quick.
that I have been able to, everything that I have been able to observe over the last 15 years doing deadline days and or more than that, certainly everything that I've been able to observe covering this team and having some decent lines in the organization and such. Everything feels very, very strange right now. Everything feels still a little bit like your spidey senses should be tingling. That's all I'm saying.
I'll be back.
Until I'm told finally those spidey senses are stupid and shut them off, they're going to be tingling here for a little bit.
Yep. Just continue to wait.
Let me be stupid spidey senses.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's just wait and see what happens at this point until we hear otherwise. We're kind of just in limbo like a lot of people are.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, the fact that we haven't heard anything as of yet, one way or the other, and the fact that you then tag in the Dylan Stone deal on top of Dylan Stone is the other Stone brother.
That was $10, $6 tip. Still got 6 minutes left on my dash. Still can't extend it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about the Flames just waiting in the trade queue right now.
Trying to send me a 450 7-Eleven. It's obviously a no tipper.
The only right shot center organization for Gretzky, Honor,
It's a washroom. Maybe I have to go to McDonald's.
almost anybody.
Yellow marker in the house. Welcome in. How's it going? Let's roll. Yeah. You're in the meat puppets? Later, I mean? Probably later, right? It's Friday.
To see the right shot beside Strome's name is almost counterintuitive to how this team's ever been built.
Oh, we're getting a McDonald's order. And it's a takeable one, $8 for 5.8. And we're right here. I'm gonna run in, use the washroom quick, and then I'll pick up the order. It is pick up by 2 o'clock, so we got 4 minutes. Thank you everybody for the likes. We got 13. Trying to get to 400 subs. I think last I checked I was 18 off. Buddy over in the other side of Canada just got to 400 today, so I'm trying to catch up to him now. I'll skip sending me an offer. 690, not gonna do that. Actually, 690.
It's a match made at the pump. We are your home of the Flames. Sportsnet 960, the fan. Every game, all season. The Flames play here.
I'm just about at McDonald's, that's where I am.
On air and online, this is your home of Calgary Flames hockey.
Right in front of me.
And Alpine Credit. Sportsnet 960, the fan. Sportsnet 960, the fan. Calgary's hockey station. Every Friday morning, NHL Brandon Cervelli joins the next show with Rusty and Rose to break down the latest on your Calgary Flames and the biggest stories from around the league. Catch it live or download the podcast anytime. Only on Sportsnet 960, the fan. Brought to you by South Carolina Sports.
Turn off Uber Eats.
Buying process simple. Look for the big Canadian flag at 130th or visit SoCalHustler.com. Commissioner Allen Auctioneering's next Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg Public Unreserved Heavy Truck Auction is next Thursday at 9 a.m. with tandem and single trucks, including tractors.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run in, use the washer real quick, and come grab my bag and go back in.
Well, they loved them for 48 years.
The order, picture. Basement.
On the table, that was what the Avalanche paid to get Nick Watt. Now,
Basement suite, come to the
no
right.
retention involved. Maybe
Please do not ring the doorbell because the dog will go crazy.
This is going to be a really interesting
Ready?
case study on what
Will not ring the
the
bell.
price ends up being for
There
Niagara.
has to be retention, does there not?
Oh.
Player coming back?
Unless the Avalanche send a player back, there's been talk that maybe Ross Colton might be involved in a Flames Avalanche deal if that happens. So that could be a player that helps make the money work, or the Avalanche maybe have a deal elsewhere that they have in the queue that makes the money work. And so this is going to happen, and Colorado obviously needs to be cap compliant on it. But there it is. We knew there was something that still needed to be done. It just felt like the Flames were not done, and until we got the definitive word that they were done, you just want to wait to see if there was going to be anything that happened. So Nazem Kadri to the Colorado Avalanche is the big move of the day. So they don't move. They don't move Blake Coleman, but they do move Nazem Kadri, Logo.
Yeah, look, it makes a lot of sense. The Strome trade just didn't have any angles that made sense with this before we found out about this. So you had to think there was something in it. It's interesting. The smoke all day was Montreal. That's where everything seemed to make the most sense today. Was that Montreal was the team.
And I do believe those conversations were happening to some extent prior to the trade deadline, right?
Oh, exactly. So, there was enough reporting, especially out of Montreal, from some of the news outlets there, that was close. So if you're Craig Conroy, maybe you had the opportunity to play a couple teams against each other right up into the deadline to make something happen for your team. If that's what happens, then we'll see what the deal winds up looking. But, for Colorado, Pat, clearly tells you how bad. I mean, they've been looking for Kadri since he left. That's been the entirety of since they lost him after their Stanley Cup playoff run, a championship run.
Yep.
They've been looking to replace Nazem Kadri, and they never have been able to. Now apparently they've gotten that done, and boy, that division is already going to be insane.
Did Dallas really only add Tyler Myers?
And Bunting.
I guess they added Michael Bunting as well.
It's peanuts compared to what your other two teams did.
Yeah.
So, because Minnesota got Hughes, and they added
Quite a bit
today.
Including Bobby Brink.
And Colorado's now going with Kadri and a lot more.
Yep. Boy, and now we're just waiting. Again, you're just refreshing and waiting to see what that return is on Nazem Kadri.
How quick are some of the Flames accounts deleting tweets right now?
That's why you just gotta wait. You just gotta wait. You just gotta wait.
They did nothing, Pat. All they did was get a 32-year-old.
And now and then you add in the Ryan Strome deal. It would have made no sense for them to do that, or it would have made significantly less sense for them to only make the Ryan Strome deal today. So this makes way more sense as we wait for what the return is going to end up being on Nazem Kadri.
Colorado is really depleted pick-wise. They only have a first in 2028. They have 2 seconds in 2027.
First.
No first, no second, no third in 2026. So don't expect a pick this year.
Yeah, and probably wasn't going to be the case anyway, based on
They're giving us Cale McCarr.
26 picks were going to be hard to come by, regardless.
Unless you're trading with Utah.
Yeah, could they get that 2028 first-round pick from Colorado? If you're the Avalanche, what do you care about that 2028 first-round pick? Prospect-wise, is there anybody there that they could get out of the Avalanche that would be interesting? I'm not suggesting we know. I'm just wondering aloud, is there a prospect situation is. We don't know if there's any retention involved there. We know that Colorado and Calgary have been engaged for quite some time over the last week or so, but, what does that actual deal end up looking like, and what does that retention potential look like?
I still think about the Braden Shin deal earlier today, Pat, as something to maybe watch for in all of this. Very similar age range. Production goes to Kadri. Contract a little heavier on Kadri's side, but he's the better player right now.
One more year and more money on Kadri, but you're right, he's the better player right now. They both have Stanley Cups,
and that
was a first, a third. That was a first, a third of players.
Slow down.
Start
freaking drugs.
Prospect went back to the St. Louis Blues.
Correct. So, is that your template?
I mean, you think about it right now, with McKinnon, with Brock Nelson, an incredible year. McKinnon obviously is your one. You're looking at McKinnon, Landeskog, and Natchez as your top line, and then Nelson with the Kadri with Colton. Like, you're the Avalanche. You are not having around. They won the Stanley Cup in 2022, and they haven't really done much since then. And the cup, or we want to win multiple Stanley Cups.
Well, I mean, in totality. And by the way, three more times.
Twice there. It's a road trip that's like ends in Denver or something like that.
It's stupid.
They've got.
It's real dumb.
Is that not what it is? Oh. Yeah, that's right, yeah. So it's the road trip starts in, like, it's somewhere at the beginning and then right at the end, right? They play makes his return to Calgary.
It's back-to-back reunion night. Mammoth on the 12th of April, Avalanche 14th.
So Kadri's return comes out. Wowza.
I thought they were done, guys. I thought for sure they were out on Kadri after the one.
The Avalanche? Oh, yeah. I thought if it was going to be a Kadri deal, it was going to be Montreal.
For sure.
That made so much sense. Well, you just felt like when Waugh was acquired for the price that they paid to Toronto, you're like,
all the way.
Okay, well, that probably takes him out on Kadri. That was the first reaction of everybody, I think.
Yep.
And then we were hearing Montreal, and that was certainly something that there was some decent smoke on. And then you get Friedman dropping Kadri to Colorado, which, again, made nothing but sense before they went and got Nick Waugh. But then after they go get Nick Waugh, you're like, okay, well, that must mean that they made their center ice acquisition wrong, because they want to have the deepest center ice position that the postseason's ever seen, apparently.
I wouldn't want any piece of Colorado in round one.
All brand new.
Harold Sutter.
Wasted 9 days or 8 days? 8 days, you're right, 8 days. So we wait to see what the return is on a Nazem Kadri deal. Then we'll start getting into some text, then we'll start getting into some real reaction. We're sitting here on hour 12 past the deadline, and we're about, like, what, it's been about 10 minutes, so we were more than an hour past the deadline when the Kadri news from Friedman came out.
We just kept talking it through here when the Stone deal came down.
Makes sense. And I usually get insiders that the claims are done. Like that meeting the deadline, and then being silent from everybody. I talk to anybody that I play transport, and it is knowing that it is Calgary being knowing we heard what they trained here 2 days. They get Calgary today. So, like, okay, we don't trade. We'll be like, okay, not surprised. Had you told me on Tuesday that the Flames will make 3 trades, because they have to make 3 trades, over 2.5.
Let's go.
That Connie and me can be 2 and
Orders been completed.
Why am I spending up blood? Still looking
Go to the Flames trade. We got Emily Kaplan to Brennan Hoffman to the Calgary Flames.
4 trades.
That's from the New York Rangers.
4 trades that the Flames have made.
First
why it's probably looking crappy.
You're going to go to the Quick Elite Prospects or Hockey DB. He is a 6 foot, 192 pound left shot, left winger. And as you mentioned, a 2021 first round pick of the Rangers at number 16.
Get back into some better service.
And decently productive in his time in the Americans. He's kind of flirted with a little bit under points per game. So yeah, it's so that is the third trade made today by the Flames. 2 adds, and we're still waiting on what the Nazem Kadri return is as well. We're still waiting on Nazem Kadri and whether or not, well, not whether or not, he's been moved to the Avalanche. We're just waiting to see what the return is from the Colorado Avalanche. That's what we're waiting on it now. That's the big one. We'll see what the Flames gave up to bring in Brendan Hoffman from the New York Rangers. Brendan Hoffman from the New York Rangers. 6 foot, 192 pounds.
That's my Holchuk.
That would be your own.
Brendan Hoffman's my Holchuk this year.
Not Ryan Strong?
No, not quite. I mean, kind of, but not the same sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you get one more order. We headed home.
Opportunity of balance here in Calgary. Former first round pick, left shot. Let's see what.
And this could very easily be an American deal.
I think it is.
This could very well be, some depth for Brad Paska's team with the Rangers.
They could probably use it.
Yeah,
Hey Presley, I just finished another order. 3 would be my third order. Third or fourth? Can't even remember. It's $8 McDonald's. I'm not sure if it went up because it wasn't loaded. And I did an order before that, another burger place for $10.
Mostly just really intrigued.
Kind of headed back towards the
right? Like until
stores
we
and
get the
stuff.
return, it's kind of hard to make a real determination as to whether or not you like the trade. But Nazem Kadri to the Colorado Avalanche is as big a deal that's been made today. That's got to be the biggest deal that's been made today, is it not?
I'm trying to think.
Like Braden Shen was pretty big,
But he's having a down year.
but John Carlson.
Yeah, it's only been 3 orders today. It's been pretty slow.
Lawton, no. Pearson, no. Falk.
$8 order went up to 10, so that's 20. It was to 15. It's 35. That's pretty much it. Really bad. $35. I've been out over 2 hours.
Under the wire, Craig Conroy and the Avalanche got them. So until we know,
Still a little bit less than 200 for what I made last week.
When it comes to Kadri, he says Kadri to the Avalanche, 2 sides circle back late, and wow. So they definitely were talking leading in.
Yeah, I've heard from a few people. Eric even said it was really slow. It is tax season right now, so people probably, if they owe money, they're not going to be ordering too much food, I don't think, unless they get a refund.
So there's a return on Brennan Hoffman, the 23-year-old winger, and Jacob Paglia goes the other way. One of the things that's really interesting with all the picks and assets that things have acquired here over the last little bit is that we're talking about a team that you're not going to be able to use all your prospects. Not all of your guys are going to move on. And Paglia, even though he was a second-round pick, he's one of those guys that I had heard that were like, the progression hasn't been exactly where they were hoping it would be. The skating hasn't improved the way that they were hoping it would. And he's kind of having, just an okay year in the Ontario League. Last year at 90 points in his draft plus 1 year, in his D plus 2 year, he's at 43 points in 58 games.
There are a lot of people live right now.
Gone down offensively.
Are you seeing?
They haven't felt like the pace of the game has improved, and so while I wasn't sitting here expecting,
Forgot to turn the interviews back on.
He's going to get traded today. I didn't think that. That was one of the prospects that I know.
Hopefully it doesn't buffer.
The cue in terms of where they see him.
Reconnected.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the last year might have been the high for Jacob Battaglia in terms of production. Looks like he's going to settle in right around 65-ish point mark, Pat, and that's where he was his draft year. So that makes a little bit more organization, maybe just a fresh start for both guys.
Yep. So, boy, we kind of were prepping for this being, we were kind of prepping you for this being a trade deadline where maybe the news trickled in after the deadline. What's up?
Cadre joining the network.
Okay, well, we can't really listen to it anyway, so, but, yeah, the fact that these things have trickled in over the last, hour and 20 minutes since the deadline has been made, just make
Coming through.
32-year-old Strom, they move out 35-year-old Cadre, and then Brennan Hoffman, a guy that can be some depth on the wing for them, and whether it's in the American League as a guy who can score, or as a guy here in the NHL that can get a look. I mean, we wait and see on that regard, but those are the three deals, and still don't know if the Flames are done as of yet.
Nope, haven't heard that yet from any of the insiders either. And there's a couple of guys on the back end that we kind of wondered about, right? And did a Pahal or a Hanley deal maybe get in before the deadline? The Flames had a couple in the offer.
Yep.
Could still be the case.
Yep, and that wouldn't really be a surprise when it's all said and done. If they do end up making, if they do end up making another deal, I don't think we'd be surprised in that regard, wouldn't we? Because, again, moves continue to trickle out. I still remember, I'll never forget, I'd been told that David Jones got traded to Minnesota in 2016, and I'd been told that he had been traded, and it was Nicholas Backstrom coming back, and I was like, well, there's nothing. It was like 5 hours. It was like puck drop for a game in Philadelphia, and there was a massive ceremony. The puck didn't drop. It was 5 o'clock announced start time. The puck didn't drop until 5:50 because of the Flyers ceremony, and the news came out like during the pregame show that David Jones had been traded, and so it was like 3-4 hours after the deadline had passed, and so that's why I say,
Sending me a Walmart order.
if there were still something else
$10 for 8
coming here,
minutes.
it would not surprise me in the slightest. Now I just want to find out what the Nazem copy return is.
Yeah, that's the one thing we're waiting on here, to see exactly what this day looks like. The Flames, it feels like, is what does the Cadre trade look like when it's all said and done.
Yeah, that is the biggest thing now is what the return ends up being for the Flames. And until we do that, until we know that, it's kind of hard to...
Yeah, I'm probably going to head out later, do some evening dash, and I have to. I gotta get this
big news, and I think it's
horrible day,
a lot of people
make it better.
happy that they made the decision, but we don't know what the actual deal is right now, and so we have to wait and see, and that's going to be able to give us...
That's
the final
NHL,
decision
no,
on
that's just on the
Look,
local sports radio. We traded a couple people. Cadre's going to Colorado, and we got a player from Anaheim, Strom, and we also got someone from New York, Offerman or whatever.
Colorado has still yet to confirm it.
Still don't know what's coming back.
That's from 2022. I got fooled on it too. I was like, says he's back in the picture, Condry. And that's from June 2022 when he returned to the Stanley Cup final. So I was like, oh, no, I was scrolling down and like, oh, they have an announcement that they have. Nothing has it yet. Okay.
Yeah, I hope so.
Take a break. Maybe when we come back, we'll have trade details on Nazem Kadri and Steinberg and Logan on deadline day 2026 for trade deadline coverage. Brought to you by Calgary Lock and Save.
Go home and drink some
access control and cameras,
tea or
remote suite
something.
thermostats and locks. Everything runs on one seamless platform. No
Take a bit of a break.
Total control at smartmf.ca.
In order before I get home.
Next on Sportsnet 960, The Fan. Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
When it comes to picking a lawyer, experience matters. Hi, this is Ron Thibault from Leclerc Thibault. Since 2001, Bill Leclerc and I and all of our teams
I wish I just got up earlier.
legal advice from everything from
Bring it earlier.
bills in the state and everything in between. We've certainly seen it, and if we haven't seen it, we know how to get solutions quickly. But not all
Traffic
lawyers are the
doesn't
same. For any legal questions,
Just go the
call
other way.
Leclerc Thibault at 403-645-3500 or visit us at calgarylaw.com.
Popeyes and Starbucks over here, Subway.
Calgary traffic update. Radio traffic center. Slowdown in the southeast due to the stalled vehicle. This is on eastbound Glenmore Trail and Fairmont Drive and Elizabeth Street. And then blocking the right-hand lane in traffic. So around South Trail all the way towards Echo Drive and Seymour Schoolville getting through there. Not looking too bad elsewhere. Mostly smooth sailing Warrior Friday afternoon.
I probably could have done that shop order and still got those other two orders. I can't remember where it was going though.
$458. DJAirways.com. Conditions apply.
But it took the long way around. I didn't want to go through the school zone. I think they're just going to get out of school. He does. Gonna take a couple hours off, head out later. We'll stop here in case I get something. Some notifications, a couple people have gone live. JRD, Sean White. That's it. Some open shifts for tomorrow.
The world outside can be chaotic and complicated, filled with worries and endless noise. But imagine stepping inside.
Right by Starbucks.
That's around you. There, the soft smell of fire radiates.
I just gotta check something real quick. Hey Sabrina, what's going on? It's been very slow. Thanks for dropping in. You up? Been feeling kind of sick, so wasn't in any of the other lives earlier. I started late, so it hasn't been really that busy. Done like 3 orders. I didn't even make $40 yet, but I'll probably go out later. You'll probably be asleep by then. I'll probably go out after supper. I don't know why it hid that. Why does it say moderator? Sorry about that, Sabrina. I'm not sure why it hit your comment. It won't let me add it back. 9:30. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. It'll be a few hours before I go back out. It's 2:30 here. See if I can get a shift later actually. 6:30 to 7:30. I guess that's when I'm going out. 3:30 to 4:30. Take that too. Take all the shifts I can take. Might as well check Skip if there's anything tonight. I don't have anything scheduled. 3:30 to 6:30. We'll go 4 to 7. Got a $6 Wendy's for 12. Yeah. I think so. And Heather as well. Is she still, or is it Hero? Still waiting for them.
Coverage is brought to you by All Kind Doors. Visit allkinddoorservices.com. Doors that work, people you trust. Nick Kiprios says the Flames are acquiring a first-round pick in 2028.
Hero's an hour ahead of me. Oh yeah, Texas, I guess, is more west, more east.
20% retention is in there. Remember, there's been a lot of talk about would the Flames retain, would they not retain, and so Nick Kiprios says that they are retaining 20% of Nazem Kadri's deal, and a 2028 first-round pick is involved. What else is involved? We shall wait to see, but it sounds like more picks might be involved in the deal that comes back for Nazem Kadri. Pat Steinberg and Logan Gordon along with you, and that's what the main thing that we're waiting on right now, Logo. Flames have made 3 picks. We have reported 3 trades out of the reports are out. There's 2 returns on the deals. One of them, Ryan Strome to Calgary from Anaheim for a 7th-round pick in 2027. The other is Brennan Austin from the New York Rangers to Calgary for prospect forward Jacob Battaglia. Those are the 2 deals that we have returns on, but Nazem Kadri, we are still waiting on what the return is going to be.
Yeah, interesting to see that Kiprios took picks plurally there.
Yeah, the picks included 2028
So
right?
we'll see what kind of package that looks like when it's all said and done. Colorado is one of those teams that's running low on prospects and picks after years of playoff.
They don't have a pick this year until the 4th round. They don't have a first-round pick now until 2029 after trading away a 2028 first. And you know what? That's not a criticism at all. You're the Avalanche.
No, go for it.
Go for it. You're trying to win a Stanley Cup.
Makar.
Yep. And you're going to be re-signing Makar soon. This is the Avalanche going all in, and as a result, you love that.
And that'll give the Flames the 2 firsts in every draft until 2029.
Yep. Pretty impressive. And we'll see what else comes back in that deal as well. I would imagine that would be the only first-round pick that would be involved. But that's the biggest deal of today, no doubt about it. Because you're right, the Flames currently have 2 first-round picks in 2026, 2 first-round picks in 2027. Both of those are Calgary Vegas doubles, and then in 2020.
All right, take care. Have a great night.
When it comes to their
Have a good sleep. Hopefully I get some orders. I'll let you know tomorrow if I'm on. For sure going to be earlier tomorrow.
In the Rasmus Anderson trade, and now one from Colorado for Nick Kiprios in the Nazem Kadri trade.
And of course, they're stuff from Utah.
Right now, they've got 3 picks in the top 68. Sorry, not 3 picks. They've got 8 picks in the first 3 rounds in the top 68 as it stands right now. And as it stands right now, 6 picks in the top 50, depending on how things play out and how things go there. So, yeah, I sure do. I sure do like the fact that they're getting a first round pick for Nazem Kadri and possibly more. And 20% retention, and 20% retention gets the Avalanche there from a cap perspective, right? And we're around just under $7 million. And the $7 million is the cap hit for Nazem Kadri. So 20% would fit him under there and help make that deal work.
Yeah, I guess we wait and see if there's a player, right, that they wanted to move back in this because all of a sudden they are incredibly deep at center. Like Ross Colton probably going to have a hard time finding a spot in that lineup.
Colton's been on the wing for them for the last little while, so he probably will stay on the wing now.
Look at that guy over there. He probably wanted to park in front of
Nick
him.
Wong and Nazem Kadri both being acquired by Colorado. The guess would be yes, but I don't think they give up a first and a fifth for Wong and then flip him. But yeah, until we get the full returns, and I sure do, I'll say this, I sure do like the fact that you're talking about a 2028 first round pick. I know it's 2028. But the first round pick for Nazem Kadri, the fact that they have been able to move out, more than $30 million of remaining salary over 5 years on Mackenzie Weegar and $21 million of remaining
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Yes, 20% of that is retained. That's about just over $4 million over the course of it. The fact they've been able to move out 3 years and 5 years, two guys well over the age of 30 is pretty impressive work by Craig Conroy here.
Yeah, for a player that, again, didn't fit their current timeline, and we were starting to wonder about maybe some discourse with the player if he wasn't going to stick around. You always have to kind of keep that in mind, and now it seems like that's not a worry for this team anymore.
Yeah. And if you, that is also two moves that signify a full-on, we're diving 2 feet into, this being a lost season. And maybe, look, Nazem Kadri is going to be a big part of this going forward period. With no disrespect to Ryan Strome, they have got significantly worse with this trade, and that's okay. Because this is a big picture trade. This is a trade that prioritizes the future, and this is a trade.
All right,
that,
14 likes.
you're okay
Too bad, I guess.
because it's a deal that
I'm going to end the live. Thanks, everyone, for coming in, hitting the like, double tapping. Any new subscribers, thank you. Still trying to get to 400. I'll try to go out later, maybe after dinner, hopefully. If not, for sure tomorrow. All right, take care, everyone. Again, I appreciate you all.